everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by and joining me. And you guys have been asking about her. Yep, that's right. This is Sue. I just went and got her some food for her food dish. And, you know, Cassie, she tolerates the cats. I think I enjoy the cats a little bit more than her. So I went ahead and started the video off with Sue. But let's go feed her in her rightful place. Come on, Sue. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on. So if you guys didn't know, you see Mr. Jingles a lot. Mr. Jingles, oh, Bella, I know I'm talking to Sue and not you. But Mr. Jingles is on our rotation as far as the chores go, and he is always out and about. Come on, Sue. He's always out and about, and Sue stays up here on the porch. So a lot of times we don't actually come on the porch, but she has a very important job to do, just like Jingles. So while Jingles protects our barn and keeping mice down out there, Sue keeps mice away from our doors, our entryways, our cars. We don't want mice going up in the cars. We don't want them running in the door. And she is equally as important. So some of you guys have asked about her. So there's the Sue update. If you're wondering where Cassie's at, I have a Cassie update. She had her first day at church camp, and she is doing great. They have a lot of kids there. I think there are 9 adults, and I don't know, she'll have to tell you the exact number. Seemed like 25 kids or something, but they have a good crowd going, and they are going to have a lot of fun. That's one thing to do at church camp, is have a lot of fun. So while she's away having fun, I'm stuck doing the chores. But hey, misery loves company, and even I'm not miserable, but I do love company. I'm going to bring you guys along. We are on lamb watch, which means we have not had any more babies born yet, but we are expecting them, awaiting them, and watching for them. And I'm gonna get some grain thrown out to these ducks real quick before the sheep get over here. And you guys are gonna notice lots and lots, hang on girls, lots and lots of water standing around. I'm coming. So you guys look at all the water standing around. Look out there in the donkey pen. We probably got another inch of rain this morning, which has kept me out of my garden. I wanted to be in there. Hi, Benny. And anyway, it's just crazy Oklahoma weather, how much rain we've been getting. I know Texas. So I'm watching these girls just as close as anybody, because the baby doll sheep can be deceiving. Sometimes they'll have a baby before you know it. All right, Benny, I'm here. You get fed now. There you go, buddy. So Benny is in here by himself. All of his ladies are out in the pasture in the open field. So let's go feed the boys over here. So for a few more days, we're going to keep the guys up, make sure we don't have any babies born, and let them get calmed down. But over here, and check on our little Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Look like you're doing good. She's growing, getting big. Tesla's still sitting on her eggs. And now they get to enjoy the sunshine. It's getting hot, though. So just as I said earlier, I've got to dump water out of feeders before I can ever feed. I'm going to go ahead and get them their grain before I bring their alfalfa in for the day. But, hey, girls, doing okay? Doing okay? I'm getting it. So they both get a good little couple cups of feed a day. That keeps them nice and full, and hopefully keeps Dot growing and ready. All right, that's what we like to see. Look at Daisy. She is starting to eat, which means I can do a creep feeder, and that way she'll get all of the grain that she wants to eat. So I'm probably gonna do that in the next few days, find a spot in here to attach her creep feeding gate and get her set up. Well, Mr. Jingles, we always see you. We were worried about Sue, but we're gonna feed Mr. Jingles too. Make sure he has plenty of food to eat. Even though they do catch mice and stuff, we make sure they have food available. Their instincts tell them to go catch mice and do their job. So it doesn't, in my experience, it doesn't stop them from doing their job. So We got Mr. Jingles fed. Well, when I went in to take a look at the little lamb's tail, its tail actually looked really good. I went ahead and sprayed a little bit of spray on it to make sure it stays that way, but I saw a little sore on its back, and it looks like it could be fly strike. I have purple on me. Goodness, what am I gonna do? But it looks like it might be fly strike. That can be in the summer months on sheep. It can happen, and it's basically where a fly lays a larva and it turns into nastiness on the skin of the lamb or a sheep. So I sent Cassie a picture, and I will go ahead and figure out what we need to do to treat it. So Cassie's mom will be the second set of hands if I need some help. Ranger's here also. If I need to get him, I can get him to help. But what you have to do, from what I've understood and researched a little bit, is we need to clean off the fly strike area as good as possible, treat it, make sure there's no larvae or anything in there, treat it really well, and then put preventative stuff on it to keep it from coming back. This would be the first time we've ever dealt with that, but when you have sheep, you have lambs, it's summertime. We have had massive amounts of rain, which means massive amounts of flies. I haven't noticed flies being on that baby's back. I haven't noticed flies being that bad on the sheep at all, to be honest, but it happens. And the reason you want lambs born in the wintertime is there are less complications with things like this in the wintertime, because the cold weather takes care of most of the bugs and insects and that type of thing. So I'm willing to, I sent Cassie that picture. I'm going to find out what I can do as far as help goes and go take care of that right now. Well, that was a little crazy, a little hectic, and yeah, it looks like I still have purple on my chin, so just have to deal with it. I got a little bit dirty. I'm very sweaty, but we doctored the lamb. We made sure any kind of stuff was out of the wound from the fly strike, and then we put a medicated iodine. We put the wound spray, the normal spray, and fly spray. So I talked to the professionals on exactly what to do, so don't worry about that. We have all the advice we needed, and yeah, did everything that we were told to do. So at this point, I'm going to check it at least twice a day. I'm going to reapply the fly spray in the pen, on the lamb, on the mamas, and make sure that the flies stay away. So this is just not a good time to have lambs, especially with wool sheep. The best time is when they naturally do come into heat in the fall, and then they have the lambs in the spring, early spring, before the flies are really going. So I'm, as you can see, loading up, getting all the water loaded up, and about ready to take Ranger, as soon as I get done here, take Ranger to a basketball practice. So there is one more thing I got to do, though, to pull my hose over my fence. I'm going to put this alfalfa hay up. If you guys haven't bought hay lately, this is basically like gold, this alfalfa, but it's great for the sheep. It's great for the new lamb, and it's great for expecting mothers. Has a lot of nutrition. Two different ways to buy it. You can buy it in a regular bale or this compressed bale like this right here. I prefer the regular bale. I feel like you get more for your money, but on the weekends, whenever the regular feed store was closed, I had to get that compressed bale. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this unloaded, and let's go check on the chickens. So these chickens are doing good. Just checked on them, checked water, food. Look at that big old rooster. Yes, even the big rooster does just fine in a coop like this. I know they don't have a lot of headroom, but you don't have a lot of headroom when you walk in your house. You're like 5-6 foot tall, and the ceiling's at 8 foot. But today is cow day. So let's go ahead and bless the wannabe cow dog. She loves those. Bella, is that good? Is that good, girl? Oh, yeah. And now the cows, they haven't been fed in a day or two. They're more standoffish. They don't think, huh, this guy's not going to feed us anymore. But I've got to feed today. Come on, girls. I want to check on y'all. Here they come. They're all coming now. So the cows in the summertime are about as easy as it gets. There's just not a whole lot that you have to do besides feed them. We already wormed them at the beginning of the season. And basically just look out for them. All the calves have been vaccinated and they're all taken care of. So look at Eva, she's been playing in the mud. But yeah, cows are all doing great. Salt, got a couple months left before we see a baby from her. I'm already excited though, she's beautiful. And I'm interested to see what it looks like with our bull Jake. So there's more down here if everybody makes their way. And the future egg layers at Walker Farm are all doing awesome. Look how pretty this chicken is. I guess that's a Jubilee Orpington, but she's a lot darker red than a lot of the ones that we have and the ones I've seen. But look at that, she's beautiful. Beautiful hens and probably some roosters. Especially that pretty one's back there. I hope it's not a rooster, but it probably is. It's always the pretty ones that are rooster, and then the plain Jane ones, like that one right there, definitely a hen. And the last update here is still no chicks. So you guys can see, let me get the spot right here where you can see over there good. Lots of eggs, no chicks, but she was sitting on there when I pulled up. Lily just likes to jump up and go eat whenever I put out the feed, so I want to give her a few more days, and then eventually we're gonna have to get in there, clean all the eggs out, and then start taking them away on a daily basis. Well, I dropped Ranger off at his practice, which is just right over there, around the corner. And now it's time for me to do some mowing, but I got a nice surprise before I started my mowing. Let me show you. So my mom actually dropped off a fish dinner. I actually already ate most of the fish, but it is so good. From JL's, one of our local barbecue restaurants. It has some beans, some potatoes that came with it, and she brought Ranger some stuff too. He'll eat after practice. And I'm very thankful for that. I was actually really running behind after dealing with the lamb. It took a little extra time figuring all that out. So I'm very thankful for that food. I was just gonna eat a little bit later, but now my belly's full, time to get on the mower. Today is the playground. So since Cassie's gone, I'm gonna pick up on the mowing. Yesterday, if you can see way out there where those soccer goals are, I mowed all of that out there yesterday. And then I mowed in front of this building. I mowed around this building. But today I'm gonna do the playground. It doesn't look super tall, but once you get out here, we have been getting so much rain that it indeed is in dire need of mowing. And school's gonna start before we know it, so we really need to stay on top of it this next month. As you can see, it is finished. So hopefully now Cassie won't have to come back and get right on the mower. She'll have a little bit of time after camp, but with all the rain we've been getting, it'll only be like 4 or 5 days and it's going to be ready again. It's ridiculous. The craziest July rainfall we've ever had that I can remember, coming off the wettest spring and early summer. So there we go, got something done at least. Now Ranger should be finished with practice, so I'm gonna go pick him up. Well, this is the next morning, and I'm gonna try to give you guys a quick update on the lamb in just a couple minutes. But first things first, breakfast. Ranger's up, and it's time to eat some breakfast, so I'll show you what we're cooking today. So one of our friends has started making sourdough loaves, and we purchased one of these loaves this week for the first time, so we're gonna try it out. But I thought what I would try is some sourdough loaf French toast. So I'm got the cinnamon, vanilla, some cream, and we're gonna give it a try. All right, we're gonna whisk this up. I got everything in there. One of my favorites is a good French toast, and also one of my favorites is sourdough. So combining the two, this should be really, really good. finished. I think I even made some smiley faces right here, but look at that French toast. And you will see, yes, I had to try it to make sure it was done, and it is probably the best French toast I've ever had. So we'll see what Ranger thinks. Coming out to check on the sheep. Oh, I woke her up. Let's say, looks like somebody was asleep. And then Daisy popped up right behind her. Well, good morning, Xena. Looked like you were sound asleep too, girl. Doing okay? Doing okay? Back. So, we're gonna come out here and check on the baby. And I've got my fly spray. I'm gonna be putting a little bit more fly spray on her. Dot, it looks like you could pop any day now. Any day. The ducks are awfully active this morning. And we'll check in on Tesla. I think she's doing good. See? Yep, she's just... The good thing about her in this hay bale is she has shade all the time. Let's get down here where we can actually see her. There she is. I'm living in the danger zone right here, the danger zone of Xena's tail. A little update on the lamb this morning. Everything looked good. I went ahead and put more fly spray on. I'm gonna be doing that at least twice a day, or if not 3 times a day. Just depends if I'm at home or not. But that's the key, is keeping those flies back. Also, I'm glad that we know what to look for now. Dealing with fly strike has made me research it more and look into everything that it entails. And I think I can spot it a lot sooner now. That lamb being kind of spotted anyway, I really have to pay attention to what those spots are and make sure that it's not fly strike. So the rest of the sheep are over here, and I am going to turn Rowdy and Benjamin out. So since this is around mid-July, if we had any babies born 4 months from now, it would actually be a good time. So we're gonna go ahead and turn out Benjamin and Rowdy and let them roam with the herd. The girls should not be wanting to breed right now as far as heat goes. Warmer temperatures, they typically don't. So we'll go check on them real quick. But for some reason, if they did get bred, it would be okay. It would not be the end of the world. They would have them at a good time. So probably must be one of the coolest things are these tree roots. You can see that ewe right there is kind of just hanging out right there in those tree roots. And sometimes, I don't know the exact best time to get sheared, but we shear ours in late May, or mid-June actually, when it starts getting hot. And that way they have most of their wool off when it comes summertime. So if they can get through July, August, temperatures will cool down a lot. But right now they like to stay under the shade tree where this dirt is. It really helps them stay cool. Xena, she digs in the dirt, so we know the dirt helps. But there's your update on the sheep. Rowdy, I almost forget about you, buddy. You're not a sheep. I always give an update on the sheep. What about Rowdy? Here, buddy. Oh, here. I got you some. I don't think he saw it. There you go. There, he found it. Rowdy's a good boy. Hey, I just turned you out of that pen, dude. What's the deal? You like it in there? He says, well, this is where you come and feed me all that extra grain. I'd rather you just keep me in. Feed me some alfalfa and grain. Nope. Go roam. Be with your people. Kind of putting that head down. I think he was kind of looking to ram Rowdy. As long as he don't ram me, we'll be on good terms. So I don't think he will now. Well, I am thankful that the lamb is okay, and at least we know the problem is there now. And now it's time to go work in the heat. I do not like working in the heat, but guess what? Hard work is okay. Ranger and I are gonna go over to the remodel house and do some work over there. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of hard work and learning work ethic, especially at Ranger's age. He's gonna be 14 in just a few days. So he's growing up on us before our own eyes. And it's good though to learn to work and work hard. And he's a good worker and he's a good boy. So I am going to get off of here. As far as prayer requests goes, please continue to be in prayer for our neighbor right over there, Stacy. She is going to the doctor day in and day out, still working on everything to do with the cancer that has come back. Also, the Cassie and the kids at camp. I know Stephanie, Eddie over at Eddie Family Farms recovering from surgery. So if you would just be with those, and if you have any prayer requests at all, leave them down in the comments below. There are a lot of things that are out of our control, but God is always in control no matter what the situation. So thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to catch up with me here on the farm this morning and yesterday. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.